10 seconds.
Whatever. That's what I'm talking about.
Intent on getting into the arena to carry
And then that's what should be a
plan.
conversation
Cops
of
got
us.
wind of it and
Super Bowl.
located him just a block
Super Bowl
from the
halftime
arena.
shows.
Never been.
That's
in the woods.
entertainment. I'm Michael Bauer, NBC News Radio.
I've been once.
This is Dunk and Holder on Sports 1280, New Orleans.
It's true.
Dave, why are you making me envision dancing with Jeff when he returns for like a Dunk and Holder TV spot?
Well, I think the good thing about
the YouTube hits.
that's also accurate.
You would be a YouTube.
It would be banned for what is it? Disturbing behavior or something. I think YouTube would ban it.
I don't think so. Trust me, there's a lot of other things on YouTube that they need to worry about banning right now, as opposed to like YouTube,
Dancing.
quote unquote dancing. But the good part is that no one knows any other songs from the Dirty Dance soundtrack, so we'll listen to
That's
these
not
two.
true.
And that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Can't forget about Denise. Let's hear it for the boy.
Yeah, but Patrick Swayze sang his own song.
Yeah, like I said, you'll have one more song after this, and no one else knows the rest of the songs from Dirty Dance.
And I'm putting a moratorium on ever talking about Dirty Dancing on this show ever
I don't know how
again.
you can do that.
Like this
I don't think.
do that?
How can you do that?
Just because it's your show, what are you going to do?
on the show.
I mean,
name
it
on
is
the
a show,
show.
but I mean, at the same time, though, it's not like you have free reign over like the throat box here to say words and things.
Don't make me have.
I just want to see
on
you.
that thing.
I want to see you shimmy with Jeff Duncan.
I actually don't. So that's.
No,
I just want to go
I
on the
do.
record and say I don't want to see any of this.
That's going on Facebook Live.
Yours.
Yes, it is.
It's not
Larry,
going.
tell me about Kamara's acceptance.
Wow. See, put a
Nice
moratorium.
segue.
on
Well,
it.
seeing as how none of us were there, bud,
Well, Josh Katzenstein was there.
he did great work. Again, shout out to Josh. Great work this weekend at the Super Bowl. Photos on social, videos. I mean, he was doing so much. He was everywhere.
Also, I want to get into, because I've mentioned this plenty of times, that I think that the Saints are going to go after Malcolm Butler, and
Again?
that was
Yeah,
a
we need to talk about that for sure.
strange situation
Yeah, he
at
just
this Super
called
Bowl.
out his teammates.
Well, and look,
Just called out everyone.
yeah, basically said bleep off, and I'm out of here, and go talk to Eric Rowe and Stephen Gilmore. And he didn't play. He played special team snaps. And look, remember going on during the week, he came late to the Super Bowl, had the flu, they said, but he was over on the sideline doing jumping jacks and doing squat thrusts and God knows what.
You
Trying
going to do all that when you had the flu? A couple weeks ago?
No, I was not. No chance. I was wiped out.
No squat thrust, huh?
No squat thrusts, exactly. But that is the end of that marriage. I could tell you that. And now, spin it forward. I'm curious to see how this affects him in free agency. I mean, we're not diving too deep into this game, but I like.
Why not?
Well, we can. I'm saying at this point, I'm just diving into this topic because I'm curious to see what it does for him, and I'm curious. And we wouldn't be talking about that at all if I didn't think there was going to be some potential connection to the Saints. And it could be still.
I will say this, and I've said it before. You could say what you want about Sean Payton, whether you like him, love him, whatever, but that's not the kind of thing that flies over well with Sean Payton. I think that will affect whether the Saints go after him or not.
I think you're right. I would be in the same boat. Now, unless the price drops on him and something
Yeah, but
happens.
That's
He's
not
not,
the
okay, I'll put it to
That
you this
doesn't
way.
happen.
I'll put it to you this way.
Saints players don't do that.
Brandon Browner was a turd.
Right, and he learned a lesson from that.
And he played well for the Patriots and plucked him off of there. So
Yeah.
Brandon Browner's reputation
And I think he
preceded him. I'm telling
realizes
you
that was a mistake. That was a huge.
Well, if he doesn't
Huge
realize
mistake.
it, I
He
mean, he
does
shouldn't be a
realize
head
it. Come
coach,
on,
and of
he
course he
realizes
realized it. So yes.
To put kind of at least a little bit more context, because he didn't just completely run out of the locker room yesterday. He said, they gave up on me. He told ESPN's Mike Reese after the game, expletive, it is what it is. I don't know what it was. I guess I wasn't playing good or they didn't feel comfortable. I don't know, but I could have changed that game. They gave up on me.
Which expletive was it? Was it a good expletive?
No, it wasn't a good. No, it was a bad expletive.
Oh, it was a bad expletive.
Yeah.
Yes.
As in like blanket, whatever.
Blankety blank.
And also during
Blanket.
the week,
Blanket.
he was talking about how he described his season using expletives, basically that he didn't have a good season. And
Well, football players don't use expletives. That's not nice.
Well, it's emphatic.
Kelsey did after the. He made a little. I think
He's going to Disney World.
yes. Well, instead he was saying we just won the blank in Super Bowl.
Okay.
Well, at least
Doesn't beat we're
in the
going to blank,
soundbite
we're
I
going
have
to
from
Disney.
him, it was off the field at the podium.
Yeah, it was at the podium, which is
And-
good.
Yes, exactly.
Immediately after the moment was
so
over.
usually people aren't speaking too much about that. But look, as far as this game, how surprised are you that the Eagles even won? Because
Not.
you're not at all.
No, I picked them to win. Why would I be surprised that they won? I am shocked at the way the game turned out and that there were, quick math, 74 points scored. I mean, that absolutely just blows me away. But the fact that the Eagles won does not surprise me at all. I mean, the Patriots have showed weaknesses throughout the season. I mean, they showed them when they played Miami on Monday night towards the end of the season. The Patriots were not all that. They weren't great on defense. I don't care what their ranking was. I know they were.
That's where I was coming for.
I know their ranking.
When I made the pick, and we both picked the Eagles, I just thought that the Eagles offense would be able to do some damage on that defense because I didn't totally trust that defense.
The way Nick Foles played before, leading up into there, and the way the Eagles' offensive line, the Eagles' offensive line was absolutely dominant last night. And,
No sacks on Nick Foles. They rushed for 164 yards.
Jay Ajayi was running like a man.
LeGarrette Blunt,
And
14
he ran.
carries, 90
Talk about
yards,
someone that
and
got a
touchdown.
lifeline too, leaving Miami,
No
getting to go to
kidding.
Philly, and then eventually end up winning a Super Bowl and actually being an impact player.
Well, and also LeGarrette Blunt, former
Blount, yeah.
Patriots player,
Yeah,
and
he's got two
got it
rings
done.
now.
Got
The
it
only
done.
thing upsetting was I had 22-1 on Clement to score the first touchdown, and he just missed. He just missed.
All about your gambling habits, Jim Derry.
I was only betting the Barks.
Barks.
yeah, Barks Root Bear. I
Right.
mean, that's clearly what people wager today, right?
Exactly, 22 Barks to 1.
Although I guess, and maybe this is a question because I think we saw a lot of this last night. And I think even Jeff tweeted about it. Obviously, Doug Peterson and the Eagles staff called a fantastic game, specifically on offense. When you're going to run what I guess is a old Westlake, Texas play for having Nick Foles go out and basically,
Speaking of
goad
which-
him to go for catching a touchdown pass, which at least we know we have one quarterback that can catch, throw, and catch it.
Brady.
That was so alligator.
so
arm.
bad.
Oh, you're so close. You got to be quicker than that.
That's where pick up the check now.
Oh, I was trying to harken back
Little
to
dinosaur.
to maybe a wide receiver that I'm trying to remember, maybe a Saints wide receiver who would alligator arm it, or maybe this is totally random.
So bad.
Like
And there was no
Freddie
defender.
Mitchell. I always remembered Freddie Mitchell, former
Freddie
Eagles,
Mitchell for
and he was
Eagles.
very skinny, and he would. Never mind. Do you know who it is? Jimmy Graham. That guy would alligator arm it all the time for the Saints, and that's who I thought of in
Yeah.
that moment. Alligator arm.
Fair enough.
I know you're comparing Tom Brady to Jimmy Graham. At least Jimmy Graham, with no defender anywhere around him, would catch the ball.
He would.
Yeah,
at
he'd probably
least
be able to
alligator
catch someone
arm
in.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, that was pretty bad.
well, here's the thing. Once you saw that Nick Foles was able to get it no problem, you're like, I don't think this is going to be the Eagles' night.
Nick Foles.
Yeah, at that point you're like, well, I think we may have our answer here about this
Nick
Eagles team.
Foles is tougher than Tom Brady. That's all there is to it.
Oh my, your toughness! Wow.
I mean, seriously, how many times Tom Brady been sacked in his life? Like 6?
Well, technically he wasn't sacked last night. Well,
got
he was
one
sacked
sack.
once last night.
One sack.
me a
The
break.
sack fumble. That
was it.
That was the only sack of the game. Look,
But that's because they
Goat
didn't call
Mike
holding on
Keister.
the Patriots O-line, so it's fine.
they didn't call many penalties at all.
No.
But we have a friend
I'm
here.
glad. I'm glad they let it fly.
Yeah.
Here you go. A friend of ours on YouTube writes, Brady looked like Omar Ashik trying to catch that pass.
Come on, lover boy. Come on, dude.
How could you even talk about that?
He also said that Brandon Browner apparently posted a video to Twitter saying that the Pats got what they deserve for benching Malcolm Butler.
He should never be able to speak again.
Well, he's also the
there's
same
that.
guy who took the money and ran. He said that about the Saints, and then snorted some blow and got arrested, or beat up someone, or harassed someone and got arrested again.
Allegedly.
And got suspended umpteen thousand times by the NFL for trying to basically shield some steroid use.
I've been watching the
Class act
Saints
at
since I was
Browner.
4 years old, and he might be the biggest dill hole ever to wear black and gold.
Ooh, bigger than Junior?
Yes.
Oh. Junior had some moments, though, man. I'm just saying.
Junior and I didn't get along by the end.
I know. We've heard this from you many times. We know, bro.
My junior rants. I forgot I did that. Someone reminded me of that. I went on a 20-minute Junior Gillette rant.
And we just were like, what?
The Friday of the Washington game.
It
was
awesome.
Nuts.
Yeah, you just lost it. We were just like, we're going to sit back and let him go.
That was like my Will Ferrell, I just blacked out moment in old school. I just kind of just did it.
And you came to it, I was like, what just happened?
What just happened? Exactly. All right, let's take a break right here on the show because I want to get into this debate with you, Jim.
Okay, no
you
problem.
now want to argue that, well, okay, did you think Tom Brady was the greatest of all time before the Super Bowl? No. Okay.
Here we go.
All right, we're going to debate this then. Greatest of all time. You think Tom Brady's legacy
greatest
is
of all
taking a hit?
time is 4-0 in the Super Bowl and never threw an interception in the Super Bowl, never fumbled at all, much less the fourth quarter with 2 minutes to go. You want to keep going?
How many Super Bowls did we'll keep
He's
going?
the greatest quarterback of all time, and we'll talk about it after the
All
break.
right. So you're not saying Drew Brees because
His last
that's where
name
I'm going.
He's representative of the state.
No, I was going Drew Brees. So you could take Joe Montana.
You could argue Drew Brees if you want. I mean, I think Drew Brees is a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
Wow. All right. Let's talk. We'll talk about it next. Sports 1280, NOLA.com, the iHeartRadio app. Duncan Holder.